Hello, wishing you all a very beautiful morning. So, today we are going to start with a new topic that is agreement of subject with the verb. So, let's get right into it. Hello, everyone. So, today we are going to start with a new topic that is subject and verb agreement. Now, as you can see in the picture, here singular and plural. So, the topic is related to somewhat this only. But before starting the topic, you must be very clear about these two words. It should be clear in your mind that what is a subject and what is verb. We have discussed both the thing yesterday. So first of all, we are going to revise it that what is subject and what is verb. And then we'll start with this topic. Okay. So, subject, as I have told you, subject is doer of the action. It can be a word or it can be even group of words. Okay. So, anything that tells us about who or what is subject. We'll first identify the verb and then we'll ask the question who or what. The answer of who or what is subject and it will be a noun or pronoun. This we have already discussed. So, subject I can say is person, place, thing, or idea that is doing or being something. This is definition of noun. So, as I've told you, subject is doer of the action. Who is performing action or what action is being performed tells us what subject is. So it is clear that subject is doer of the action. It gives answer to who or what and it will be a noun or a pronoun. Okay. Verb, as I've told you, verb is action word. The other name of verb is action word or doing verbs. Action performed by the subject or state of being is verb. This we have discussed yesterday. Any action that is performed by the subject is called verb. What subject is performing is verb. Like here, as you can see example, Ajay plays cricket regularly. Now first of all, we are going to identify the verb. That is play. What action is performed? What the person is doing? He is playing. So plays is the verb. Now who is playing? Ajay is playing. And Ajay is a noun. It is the name of a person. So Ajay is subject and plays is verb. This we have already discussed yesterday. So I hope it is clear that what is subject and what is verb. Okay, now we are going to study about the agreement of subject with verb. Or what is subject or verb agreement. In a sentence, subject must agree with the verb. That means the subject and verb should go hand in hand. Okay. So a verb must agree with its subject in number and person. This is called agreement of subject and the verb. Now what does this means? That if the subject is singular, then we'll take singular verb. But if the subject is plural, then we'll take plural verb. Okay, so in short, I can say singular subject means singular verb and plural subject means plural verb. Okay. For making a sentence grammatically correct, a verb must agree with its subject in number. So, as I've told you, singular subject, singular verb, plural subject, plural verb. Okay, if we are having singular subject, then we are going to use singular verb. And if we are having plural subject, then we are going to have plural verb. And I hope all of you remember that what is a singular and plural noun. Okay, now what is singular? As I have told you many times, singular means just one, single or alone. So in short, you can say singular means one person, place, animal, thing. Okay, like as you can see in the picture, tree. One tree is there, one car is there, one ball is there. So they all are singular. Now this is singular noun. Now let's talk about singular verb. Singular verb also means just one. Now one important thing that you should remember. Singular verb always ends with S, like eats, drinks. Okay, they both are ending with S. So So singular noun means just one person, place, animal or thing, and singular verb means just one. The important thing is that singular verb always ends with S. Okay, so this is singular noun and verb agreement. Now plural noun and verb agreement. Now you all know that when we talk about more than one person, place, animal or thing, it is plural noun. Like birds, there are so many birds, there are 4 birds. Teeth, we have couple of teeth. I'm not talking about one, I'm talking about a group. Bananas, fine. So they all are plural because we are talking about more than one thing. So when we talk about one thing, it is singular. When we talk about more than one thing, it is plural. Now as I've told you, singular ends with S, singular verb, but plural verb does not ends with S. It is eat, drink. It's not eats, drinks. Like as you can see here it was eats and drinks. It is singular verb because we are talking about one. So singular verb ends with S in it. But plural verb does not ends with S in it. So plural verb we are talking about more than one. It is not alone, it is more than one. It does not ends with S. Okay, clear? Singular verb ends with S and plural verb does not ends with S. So this is the first rule. Okay. The second thing that you should remember is with singular things we use is, was, has, and we always use am with I. I am. Okay. I, is, I, are, they all are wrong. This is exceptional. With I we always use am. Okay. And with singular thing we use is, was or has. While with plural thing we use are, were, have. Okay. So as you can see below, I am, he is, she is, it is, because we are talking about singular. You are, we are, they are. Now we are talking about plural. So with plural we use are, were, have, and with singular we use is, was, has. Okay. And am is used with I. One more thing, if I say I and my cousin. Now here I and my cousin means 2 people. That means it is plural. So I will use are. I and my cousin are watching movie. Okay. But if I say or, me or you, that means we are talking about one. Either it will be me or it will be you. So if we talk about or, then we'll use it as singular. But if we talk about and, then we'll be using it as a plural. Okay, so with singular we use is, was and has, and with plural we use are, were, have, and with I we use am. Okay, now let us see some example. So this is singular noun plus singular verb. As I've told you, with singular noun we use singular verb. A bird sings. Now here as you can see, bird is a singular noun. We are talking about one bird. And as I've told you, singular verb ends with S. That's why bird sings. Okay, S is there. A flower grows. Flower, we are talking about one flower. It is singular. That's why we have added S with grow. Grows. Okay. So this is the first rule. With singular verb we use S. These are the plural examples. The children play with toys. Okay. Children, it is plural. We are talking about more than one. Okay. That's why I have used play. I have not written the children plays with toys. Okay. So with singular verb always ends with S and plural verb does not ends with S. Okay. Now this is the first rule. For most verbs, add S when the subject is singular. Like the teacher reads many books. Teacher is singular, she is one. That's why the verb read ends with S. When the subject is plural, do not add S to the verb. All teachers grade papers. Teachers, more than one teacher is there. That's why I have not put S with grades. Okay. This was the first rule and this is the second rule. With one singular we use is and with plural we use are. Now here as you can see two dogs, that means more than one, are sitting on the grass. Okay, one dog is sitting in the grass. One dog, that means one, it is singular, that's why I have used is. Two dogs, that means plural, more than one, that's why I have used are. Okay, so these are the two rules. That is all the chapter is, that is all the topic is about. This is your homework, these 10 sentences. You have to use either is or are. You just need to remember, if it is singular, then we are going to use is. If it is plural, then we'll use are. Okay? Thank you.